Yo, it's your boy Godspeed back on another video. In today's video, we here with Buddha. We here with shiny ruler, 0.1% ruler, 100% accurate, lore accurate, straight to the picture, straight to the. Okay, anyway, let's get with the showcase. Let's look at him real quick. He's looking quite drippy. Hold on, let me get a little. Let me look at him real quick. Let me test the drip. You know what I'm saying? Test the drip. Hold on, guys. Y'all see that drip, man? Legendary drip. Look at it. Legendary. You see what I'm saying? I don't know who took a picture of me and put it in the game, but you know what I mean? We all good though. But anyway, let's get to the showcase, man. So we pop him down. He's 1,800 gold to place. You see what I'm saying? I got a max etherealization. You know what I'm saying? He's a holy unit. Well, he's a light. Well, is he? What is he? I don't know what that is, but I think it's holy. I'm pretty sure it should be holy. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, let's get to his passive right quick. Okay, first passive. Enlighten Will. Enlighten God grants all units in his range 5% damage, attack speed, and range. This buff has a stacking effect, increasing every 60 seconds until it reaches plus 20%. Now, I think this means they gain attack speed, as in like they attack 20% slower, or like I don't know how that works, but is he like he's buffing their damage and range, but then lowering up in their SPA too? So like I don't know. I have no clue with that. Hey, anyway, let's get to the next little pass up we got here. Divine Foresight. When Enlightened God is stunned, his next attack will deal 100% damage. This passive has a 12-second cooldown every time it gets triggered. Now this is really good because in a new game mode where you have these regular units, he gets stunned a lot, so he's actually pretty good for that. Next thing we have Staff of Realms, another passive. Enlightened God's weapons change and gains new effect and passives based on his stance. So right now we have him in his like base regular stance, and then he has two other stances. He has his axe of, you know what? I don't even know. Enlightened God deals up to plus 50% damage to enemies the higher their health percentage is. So basically, he's going to do a lot of damage to them first hit. So basically, the first hit is what you want to see, really. So low key, you probably want to crit on him because his first hit is going to do the most amount of damage. So if that first hit is crit, then he's going to be doing 50% plus 2.5. You know, so I think he's actually a really good crit unit, actually, depending on how high his damage goes. So in my opinion, crit wouldn't be bad on him. All right, okay. All takedowns during this stance will give Enlightened God double the emotion. Divine Foresight additionally gains 20% crit rate and goes on a 15-second cooldown and after 3 uses in this stance. Okay, so basically, once he gets stunned, which is this passive, and does 100% damage, he also gets 20% crit rate for 3 attacks with a 15-second cooldown, which isn't bad. Okay, now we got the Shield of Fear. Enlightened God raises his shield and no longer does any attacks in this stance. Oop. Instead, whenever Enlightened God gets a negative debuff, he reverses it and buffs the units in his range. I mean, that'd be really good also, but it's like, with Ruler, it's like, do I want to take a Ruler out the game just so I can buff all the rulers? But low-key, it kind of would work if you have Mega Me right there. You could probably one-shot maybe with a stun. So I don't know. It has potential. Enlightened God will gain emotion every 5 seconds based on the amount of units in his range. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, not bad. Okay, now you got his last but not least, his last little stance. Enlightened God's attacks inflict bleed and bleed. Bleed and burn for 20% damage for 5% ticks. So basically, it's basically just 40% damage because he does bleed and burn, which are 2 different DOTs or 2 different damages, which means he does 40% damage right here. The bleed and burn damage is double if applied to a boss, so that's 80% damage if they're bleeding, and then plus 5%. Enlightened God gains plus 10% damage on bleeding enemies, 60%. So basically, it's like if they're bleeding and in his range, he gets plus 60. If they're burning, they get plus 60. But because he does bleed and burn, they're always going to be the same amount. So if he has 60 on the burn, he's always going to have 60 on the bleeding, which means he would have 120% extra damage most of the times. When I'm talking to boss mainly, but most of the times he would have 120% more damage than he has, which is pretty good actually, pretty good. Okay, passive plus active ability, Shifting Mantra. Every kill Enlightened God gets, he will increase his emotion bar. At full emotion, Enlightened God can activate his stance, which is really easy. So right now, I don't know what shield stance, Cycle of Wrath. So right now he would be in his axe, which gains damage. All right, well, let's see the attack. See, okay, Divine Strikes. Oh, he has full AoE. Nah, this is peak. Wait, how many times will he attack? 1, 2, 3, 4. He attacks 4 times. That's peak shield breaking, and he's full AoE too. Full AoE, 3 upgrades in, full AoE. Does he hit? No, he doesn't hit air though. Okay, he's in the air. I mean, that's not bad though. But he's okay. He has a little attack, a little 3 attacks. Okay, boom, boom, 3, and then one more, 4. Speed. Death rate is really low too for how much damage he does. Okay, now we got the axe. You know what? I'm not even gonna say it. We got the axe. Let's see who the axe is. Come on now. Axe my collection. Do it down. Hey. Okay, the little axe, a little TP. Look at that. Dang. A little TP. Get a little damage in there. Hold on. Let me go one more time. Come on now. It's a little one-hit attack. You know what I'm saying? Not bad. Big AoE circle. It's not bad. All right, now let's see. What happens if I turn to shield? What happens then? I know he can attack anymore. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay. Oh, based on how many units are in his range. Well, I should have thought about that before I kind of did it. Well, we have. Oh wait, I can switch back. Yo, you can switch. Wait, I thought you had to be max mana for that. No. Well, I just shield back. Oh, so you can switch up to. Okay, that's pretty cool. So you can basically switch up to armor mode whenever you need to. But if you want to do any other attack, you can't. Okay, that's cool. All right, well, let's go through his cycle form, not his shield form. Let's put his form. What happens? He doesn't have an attack for that. No effect for that. GG. All right, well, let's max him. Let's give him that buff. We are looking at 49k every 4.1 seconds with a 60% burn. So you gotta add that together. So 60. Wait, no, wait. Yeah, no, 60. Wait, right. My trip. Wait, what is this? Oh, okay. And then it's plus 60%, ain't it? Yeah, 60. So that's plus 100% damage, and then a plus 100% damage again if. Oh, you can see right there. When he gets the burning, he can get up to 120% extra damage on top of that. So add 120% to this, basically. I wish I can show it on a boss, but I can't really do that actually. But he literally gains 120% extra damage. Look at that. Just 60% right there. Now he's at 49k. Okay, now he got plus. Okay, well, he lost it because you know he's not burning. But look how much damage he's getting. 51k. He can easily get to 60, 78, 60, 70k easily. But you with some damage relics. Oh, wait a minute. I'll put this in his range. Hold on. Let me. Where is he at? Where you at? He's back here. Oh wait, make him back here too. Oh yeah, come here. Let me see. I got the Goku clothes on, so it should buff him up a little bit more. 38k. And then we gotta wait for. Oh, we don't gotta wait for it actually. We can just sell it, put it back, upgrade it, and then use it again. There you go. So now we're at 54k, 56k with something burning. Well, it's only one thing burning in his inventory. And he gets it. Isn't bad, but he does a lot of damage too. 54k. You can't forget. You also get crit chance if you switch to the axe, and then you can basically make him like a support unit too if you want to. And then obviously we want some damage. Put that in there. He's fully AoE upgrade too. I mean, he's a pretty decent unit in my opinion. Now, he does do a lot of damage, but the only problem is he does not hit air. So that's a big problem actually, because you can't really just brain off with him. So, but I mean, he seems like a pretty good unit to me. If anything, I'd say he goes well with any other character because you could just put Megami down, and then any buff is gonna go on her, and she needs every buff. So honestly, I think it's always a good character to have, just because of the fact that it can do multiple things, which is really good in most games. Characters do multiple things. But honestly, what I'm really when I was playing a little game mode, I seen that the underworld dude, he was doing a lot of damage. I want to see what he can do, but I'm gonna try to get shiny on that and do a showcase for y'all boys. But yeah, that's him right here. Hopefully Adam does a little more. Maybe Adam might be the best in the game, but as of right now, I think he's at least top 5 because of what he can do, and because I mean, it's just he's aura. He has aura. But anyway, hope you liked the video. I'm gonna see y'all later, man. God bless y'all, and y'all have a great, amazing day, and like, subscribe. Peace.